Well, hey guys, let me back out of here. I stopped in the sheets real quick to get grab a drink. Um, Hope everybody's doing great. Thank you for joining me. It is very warm out. It's about 10 o'clock almost, and no jacket on, short sleeve shirt. But I'm going to go out and give you a little nighttime ride around the town here. Nothing far. Just to break it up a little bit. You always see my videos and it's just running back and forth to work. So I thought I'd change it up. Put this thing over in sports mode, just in case I want to have fun. But I have my driving lights on up there in the front, and you can see the little red button. Hold on a second. Let's see what they were doing. You can see the little red button there on my handlebar. That is for my driving lights I put on there. And when I get down a back road, I will turn them off and let you see the difference. You can see a little bit of the blue on the ground there. I feel they do definitely help, and it helps with seeing the signs, like reflectiveness wise. Gives you a little more visibility also, so I think that's great. I'd like to have, actually maybe take them off and do one long light bar, like a 12-inch light bar across the nose. That would definitely light up the road. Mainly want to see debris, animals, stuff like that in the road at night. You don't know if the black is a pothole or an animal. So mainly trying to light it up for that. And visibility, of course. We'll take this back road here. But hope everybody is doing good with this coronavirus lockdown, COVID virus, whatever. Nobody's gone stir crazy yet. I know I try to get out, do some fishing and things like that. Really have not opened restaurants here in Central Virginia. I think they have 50% seating capacity and it's outdoor only. So, not much stuff is open, and every place that is open that has a patio is jam-packed. I mean, they have a line waiting to get in. It's like people act like they've never, gone out to eat before. I know it's been a while, but, I've enjoyed cooking and making the meals myself at home. This guy has no lights on in the car in front of me. No tail lights or anything. I don't even see any headlights when it goes into the dark spots. That's crazy. Shows you how much people pay attention going down the road. That is insane. Hopefully nobody pulls out in front of them. Not that they're going to run into anybody. They can probably see fairly good, but somebody might not see them and pull out in front of them. Come on, people. I want to flash them, but I don't want to scare them either. So, but yeah, I've enjoyed. I've just gotten creative with cooking meals and all that. Gone on YouTube and looked around at different meals. I'm working on pizza now, making pizza dough. Different flavoring, like not flavoring, but different style or way of doing it changes the flavor a little bit. And we actually cook it on the grill over charcoal out on the grill. We have a big round Weber grill. And I think it's a Weber or Charbroil, one of them. But it's a big dome one, big round one. And that way it gives you a nice like wood flavor. So we enjoy that. Still playing around with it to see what we like the best. The problem is that you make it, there they go, now they figured it out. It's only been a mile or two. You make it that night and it has to wait 24 hours. So we try to make it like right after breakfast on a weekend or Friday at night, and have it for Saturday night. And we try to make 3 or 4 or 5, and then when we take some out, we try to make some that day. So we always have some in there. But it's not hard to make it all. The biggest thing is the different flavorings with the flour. That seems to be the change of the flavor is different flours. Anyway, that's it for that conversation. Let's get on the bike. You guys are here to see the Ryker. I do enjoy these driving lights. They definitely help a whole lot. I've got them angled outwards a little bit to pick up the sides of the road, try to anticipate rabbits or anything like that running out. Like I said, even a rabbit running out in front of you will smash in your radiator on this. That plastic up front will not hold it back. I've seen a gentleman on one of the channels, they had like a push bar that they designed for it and all. And that is actually pretty ingenious to block at, some sort of blunt object from busting through your radiator. Now, it's not made for high impact, but it will definitely help prevent damage to the radiator, which is just on the inside of that plastic grill. But that is a pretty good idea. From what I remember, I don't even remember exactly the price of it, but something's triggering in my head that I thought it was just way overpriced. Like anything for a bike, motorcycle, camping, fishing, or like a boat or a camper, everything is just, balloons. The price just is so huge compared to what it should be. Alright, let me get up here to this light, and I'm going to make a right-hand turn, go back up to Ward's Road, I guess. Like I said, it's just going to be a quick nighttime video. I'm not going to go out and bore you with, hours and hours of footage. Just wanted to show you a little bit. Let you guys enjoy a different view than my normal travel to work. The bike's been running great. I really do need to give it an oil change. I'm coming up on 6,000 miles. But I don't beat on it constantly. I do get on it once in a while, so I've looked at the oil. It looks clean still. The biggest thing is to keep your air filters clean. One for the air intake. I use the K&N, so I just wash it, spray it out, let it sit while I cut the grass and do stuff during the day, and it just dries that day. And I oil it, and it's all ready. The day that I'm not planning on going out riding on it. And the other one is for the air cooling for the belt. That one is critical. You've got to keep that one clean. You need as much airflow onto your belt as possible. The heat and stop and go traffic, like if you're sitting in a lot of traffic, stop and go and all, that's what wears your belt down, is that slow roll, acceleration, burn on the belt. It getting hot is what's going to kill your belt. I think they recommend changing it at 13,000 miles or something like that. So I'm already like halfway there. And from what I've seen on a video, it's very easy. The biggest part is time, because you have to open the bike up again like a clamshell. I've done that once already. It's just a bunch of bolts and taking all the plastic off. It's nothing crazy, but it does take time. And then you just take the whole rear cover off of the transmission part there, the round where the belt is, and there's a tensioner in there, and you pop a new belt on. And the belt's like 25 bucks, 30 bucks. So it's nothing much. That's without the lights. And hold on, that was low, and the strobe. And there it is with the high. So it does have 3 modes. If you turn them on and off real quick, like turn it off and then back on, it goes to low, and off and then back on, it goes to the strobe mode, which I don't use that at all. Flashing white lights in the front, that would be a pretty annoying to oncoming cars. But I'll get up here on one of the darker roads and test it out for you. But like I said, it's like 10 o'clock at night. The biggest thing now is you got to watch crazy people, either young kids, goofing around, or people in between bar hopping. So you got to keep your eyes and your head on a swivel. Watch behind you when you come up to stoplights. Make sure it looks like the car behind you is stopping. And always leave yourself an out. Do not pull right up on the car in front of you. I see a lot of that, even in a car. My rule of thumb, I took a defensive driving safety class. I won't get into all the details, up in New Jersey when I grew up there. And the hood of your car, you should, where the tires on the vehicle in front of you, the back tires, where they touch the pavement, you should be able to see that. Your hood of your car should not block the tires, the back tires touching the ground of the car in front of you. If you don't if you don't pull up that close to where you can see the back tires, then you have enough room to turn your wheel all the way and get away from the car in front of you, to get out of that situation. Just to give you an idea. And if you're ever curious on how far up to pull with a curb, you got the 2 pillars for your windshield that come down to like the hood of your car, the dashboard. If you look to the left and right, see the curb coming across, you line the curb up with those pillars where they meet the dashboard. You'll see it when you sit in the car. I will try to make a video of just that. I thought that was a really neat trick, and that will give you, unless you're in a Corvette or something with an extra long nose, the older ones obviously, the new ones with the mid-engine is different, but an average car, and that will leave you enough room from your nose of your car to the curb so you don't scuff up the front, especially if you have like a fairing or something up front. But I'll make a video of that because that's a little hard to explain. But where the pillars meet your dashboard, bring that up to where it's in line with your curb, and your nose of your car will not hit. Thought that was pretty cool. And then there was a bunch of other things, for defensive driving. All right. This is Ward's Road, like you've seen a bunch of times. And like you see, it's real light traffic. Nobody's really out as much because the restaurants all through here are closed. A little bit of takeout, but by 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8:30, it starts getting pretty busy. Everybody leaving from dinner. And then by 11, you'll be having all the bars, the restaurant bars, sports bars emptying, coming out. So, it's a beautiful night. Still have no jacket on, short sleeves. I don't know what it is, 75 degrees. So it's absolutely gorgeous out tonight. Perfect summer evening for a bike ride. And of course, the one gentleman I know, one of my friends that has a motorcycle, he can't get out, typical, hard to find, somebody to go with, either fishing or motorcycle riding or whatever, hiking, when you have families and wife and kids. A responsible and ethical parent, the kids and family, of course, comes first. You try to squeeze in your fun. This is where I started over here on the left at the Sheets. I came out at this light right here, went up, then hung a right up here at the second light. But now we're just made a big loop pretty much, just to give you a little nighttime ride, that's all. Hopefully I haven't bored you. But anyway, yeah, so, you got to put your kids first and all. The memories, and I try to remember that when I want to go do stuff and all that. And of course you got to make time for yourself, but don't overdo it. At least that's my opinion. It's just strictly my opinion. But your kids' memories of their childhood is what you're making right now. And I know mine, Dad never had time, Dad's yard was more important, Dad, had this to do, or Dad had that. Everything was more important than me. Or I hear of stories of that, where Dad's or Mom's life was more important than doing things and planning events with their kids. And people my age or a little younger, 40s, you hear the stories. And I try to remember that and not to make that same mistake. Instead of using that as a crutch that it was done to me and that's why I am the way I am, I say that was done to me and I'm using it as a lesson not to do that. So that's why me and the boys go fishing, canoeing, hiking, bike riding, things that they want to do. And it's not always what I want to do, even though I do enjoy the bike riding. Anything outdoors I love. But if they want to just go in the backyard and hit the ball around, I'll do that. So just make the time. Like I said, this is their time that they're going to remember when they get older. So just make it happen. So the airport was right there on my right. We just passed that. And coming up here is the Sheets. I used to see this every day when I come home from work. So no big deal. But I hope you enjoyed the ride. Little nighttime ride with me. Little fun time. The GoPro, it does okay at night. I've tried a couple other things at night, and it just, such a small camera or small sensor. It is what it is. You're not going to get the best of quality, and a little bit of dirt on the lens or a smear or something, it's going to distort everything really bad. But, just what is it? What it is. It's a sports camera. I'd love to make a mount for my iPhone. I'm really impressed with the iPhone. I have the iPhone 11 just standard, and I'm impressed with the video quality of that. Audio, I mean, it can be cleaned up and edited. That's not a big deal. But it definitely got a big improvement on the video. And if you go with the Samsung, that's even better. I mean, that's crazy. iPhone talks about how great they are. They can't compare to a Samsung. Their video is far superb. Much more superb. So my road is coming up here. I'll make the turn, and hopefully it's dark enough, and I will turn off these driving lights to let you see what's going on. You know, let you see the brightness of them, because the headlights on these are pretty good, but of course they're yellow unless you go LED. I just haven't felt like spending $100 just for lighting. With the ones that work fine. If they go out, then I probably will change them. I don't ride that much at night, but they're on all day too, so it's no big deal. All right, let me see here. Hold on a second. Let me get past this car. Okay. There you go, that's off. There you go. That's the difference. All right, everybody, thank you very much. I hope I didn't bore you. Have a great time, and always be safe. Talk to you later. Bye.